Pam 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 param, para pam 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 param, para pam 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 param, pam pam pam. Vale, tengo puesto ya el sonido, creo, a ver. Sí, efectivamente, tengo puesto el sonido. Vale, voy a comentar una cosita porque es lo que ha pasado estos días últimamente. Uy, por cierto, creo que la cámara está incluso para arriba. Ahí. Estos días con el tema de que el splitter lo tengo mal. Nada, la solución que estoy pegándole es jugando por streaming en la propia Xbox. Así que nada, lo que tengo aquí preparado es que se vea directamente. Lo voy a jugar ya que es el final del juego, no me importa. A ver si ya dentro de poco me llega el splitter nuevo para poder jugarlos sin ningún tipo de problema. Pero bueno, que se va a ver bien. Y tengo puesto ahí el sonido de escritorio. Saludos, Ruf, creo que estás por ahí. Nada, hoy vamos a terminar el Metal Gear Solid 2. Yo creo que incluso lo podíamos haber acabado el otro día en el propio directo. No creo ni que llegue a las 2 horas. Yo creo que no va a llegar ni a media hora, ni a hora y media que diga. Pero bueno, vamos a darle caña y a terminar este Metal Gear Solid 2. Y el otro día nos quedamos pues con que Raiden se dio cuenta de que estaba siendo medio manipulado, ¿no? El coronel no existe, es una IA, que están creando los Patriots y toda esta historia. Y nos hemos reencontrado con Solid Snake. Así que bueno, vamos a continuar aquí la historia donde lo dejamos. Y aquí estamos con Snake y el estornudo de Raiden. Y nada, vamos a continuar aquí con el juego. Así que vamos para allá. Pues prácticamente ya estamos en la parte final. No sé si será más rápido utilizar la espada a lo mejor. Ah, que no está muerto. Pero Snake, déjame uno. ¿Se lo está cargando el todo? Acaparador. No me engañes, no me engañes. ¿Dónde está el otro? Aquí. ¿Cómo te engañan? Para parecer que te mataron o algo, ¿eh? Se está mandando un psicomante. ¿Para cubrir cuál era? Este, vale. Vale. Fortune. Ya por 2 veces, ¿no?
It's been a long wait, Solid Snake. The root of all my sorrows.
What?
2 years ago, you killed my father. That was the beginning of hell.
Mató a su padre.
Everyone I love has been taken from me one by one, and no matter how hard I try, I can't follow them. An endless nightmare. The only thing we live for is to see it end. Our wait is almost over.
You can't be serious about firing the nuke.
Since no one can kill me, I may as well kill everyone I can. Starting with you, Solid Snake.
Damn! Looks like I'm today's pick. You go on ahead. You want eternal rest? I've got it right here.
Pedazo de voz que tiene David Hayter, ¿eh?
What are you gonna do? Bullets can't get near her. I'll think of something. There's no such thing as a witch.
You think you can kill me?
O sea, vale que está acostumbrado al del 1, que es al que tú estabas acostumbrado, pero cuando te juegas toda la saga,
I didn't kill your
es que te acostumbras a la voz de David Hayter, ¿eh?
Do you think anyone believes your lies?
Raiden, get out of here.
Sí, 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 claro. Cuando llega a esta parte, no sé si está jugando un Metal Gear o un juego de Tron, ¿sabes? O sea, una cosa súper rara.
Jack, I've been watching how you fight. It looks like you've remembered the way you used to kill in the old days. Or is it one of the S3 plan's proud achievements?
What are you talking about?
It came as a complete surprise when Ocelot discovered the S3 data from GW. Not a bad idea, though. Using fire to fight fire, creating the perfect assassin to retire Solid Snake's brother. S3 stands for Solid Snake Simulation.
Vale, las tres
It's a
S.
development program to artificially reproduce Solid Snake, the perfect warrior. The result is a Foxhound Commando. When Foxhound no longer exists, a simulated Solid Snake shaped by VR regimen. Sound like someone you know, Jack? I'm sorry to see you reduced to one of the Patriots' puppets. But I've made use of
¿Dónde está Solidus?
and their plan too. Solid Snake's sudden appearance, your arrival. It was obvious the Patriots were among my ranks. I had to smoke out the agent before the mission entered the final phase. You came in handy, as bait. Jack, those days during the Civil War were as real as they come. Every day was absolute. Split between life and death. You ran from it. And now,
Prefiero una cinemática que esto, tío. O sea, esto que te pongas a dar vueltas mientras hablen y que tienes que esperar a que terminen de hablar. O sea, para eso méteme una cinemática. ¿Ves? Va a ser ese Solidus, parece el Doctor Octopus.
no more games, Jack. At least you know. There's no reason to keep you alive now.
Vale, los Metal Gear.
I've given you a worthy opponent, at least. But now,
Con la pista.
you should die as the little Jackie boy I once knew.
Vale, esto era con misiles Stinger, si mal no recuerdo, ¿no? ¡Ey! Que no aquí, aquí. Le quito muy poca vida, ¿eh? ¡Ay, Dios! Los misiles, no me acordaba. ¡Ay, no! Vale, me da tiempo a tirarle uno. Pues tú. Vale, este no dispara. Ahí está. Vale, por lo que veo, disparan donde... Uy, ¿no le dio o qué? Vale. Ahora. Uy, me ha apurado, ¿eh? ¿Pero no le dio o qué? Vale, creo que ahora sí me da tiempo a darle. Pues no, no me dio tiempo a darle. Levántate, hombre. Maldito rubio. ¡Ey! ¿Ya te quedas aquí? No me he acordado de esta parte. Sí, el diseño de Metal Gear Rex a mí me gusta mucho más. Es cierto que esto se ve más mecha y tal. Más de lo normal. Pero a mí el diseño de Rex también me gusta mucho más. ¿Pero por qué a este no le estoy quitando vida? ¿Por qué no le estoy quitando vida? Ahora. O tampoco. Perdón, es que están aquí los... Así me da tiempo a... ¡Ay! Dios, me dio de frente. Justo cuando le iba a dar. Venga, uno menos. Uno menos, venga. Oye, me está quitando bastante vida, ¿eh? ¿Pero quién me dio de frente? ¿Eh? ¿Cómo que otro más? Ah, que están... Son todos los del fondo, tío. Tío, pero si no lo puedo evitar. Se ven al fondo todos los Metal Gear, tío. Tío, solo tengo una ración, en serio. ¿Y con la granada chafa hago algo? Pregunto. No. No hace nada, ¿no? ¿O sí? No. No, pero no le estoy quitando vida. Yo es que no me acordaba esta parte de que eran tantos los... Mira, ahí hay más raciones. No le quito vida, tío. No les está quitando... ¿Pero por qué no le quita vida, tío? O sea, no solo me tengo que enfrentar a 25 Metal Gear. Y no me estoy inventando lo de 25, porque lo dijeron en el juego en un momento dado. Sino que encima también pueden esquivar los... Ey, pero ¿y este por qué está aquí? Pero si ya le quité la vida. Pero si ya le quité vida, ¿por qué sigue aquí? No lo entiendo. ¿Que tocarle las patas a lo mejor? ¡Ay, Dios! No lo entiendo. ¿Pero por qué? Oye, que ya le quité la vida. Ah, vale, ahora. Bueno, pero ahora se va y ven a otro, digo yo. Lo dicho. Joder. Pero levántate, hombre, joder, que se pega medio año tirado en el suelo. Vale, por lo que se ve, donde le tengo que apuntar es en la cabeza nada más. Porque no le está haciendo daño en ninguna otra zona. ¡Ay! Me está quitando demasiado, tío. Justo donde estoy yo, ¿sabes? Venga, claro que sí. Dios, como la desvió. Joder. A ese mismo. Ah, lo esquivó. Pero me hace gracia, pues se ve como que lo esquiva. O sea, lo esquiva a nivel de restarle salud. Pero sin embargo, si te hace el gesto... Vale, ¿desde cuándo un robot sangra? O sea, le disparé en la pata y estaba sangrando. Ay, Dios, que no vi los... Joder. Venga. Mierda, se cubrió. ¿Pero por qué miras para allá? A la pierna, no, tío. Joder. Joder. Vale. No le quito vida. Yo ni me acordaba que sangraba, ¿eh? Bueno, por lo menos les voy quitando a los otros también. ¡Ah! ¡Mierda! No, todavía me quedan de sobra, venga. ¡Otra vez! Joder. Vaya cagada, tío. ¡Quítate! Tío, me da rabia porque es que no logro tener más de 2 raciones. ¡Ay! Ah, mira, soltó una ración. Antes lo digo. ¿Eh? Claro, la soltó porque me curó, tío. No me preguntes cómo, pero me curó. Joder. Tío, el Stinger es que no me apunta. ¡Ey! Vale. Me hace gracia lo de sólido, ¿sabes? Enfréntate tú a 25 Metal Gear sólido. A ver cuánto resistes tú. Me jodas. Olguita. ¿Y por qué no tiene el traje ninja?
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
What about you? This is suicide!
Your nanomachines,
Sí.
they're transmitting your vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The child.
I see. So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you! Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades. Family.
Huh?
I know I'm going to hell, but at least my child.
I applaud your attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell!
Es que no entiendo por qué no tiene el traje ninja. O sea, es que me parece... Ella misma se acaba de autosuicidar, ¿sabes? Autosuicidar, bueno. Se me entiende, ¿no?
You have to.
Olga.
Como Terminator, ¿sí?
Enjoy the show, Jack. Let's pick up where we left off. What's going on? What's wrong with it? AI. GW, it's out of control. What?
Eso es por el virus, ¿no? Que creó Emma, a lo mejor.
What happened?
Y que metieron en el... Sí.
The Patriots? I don't know. Ocelot, what have you been up to? It's too late. Arsenal system control is going haywire. It's on an emergency ascent course.
¿Por qué tienen sangre los robots? No pega nada. Ah, yo con Stinger no le puedo hacer nada, pero este tío le pega 4 balazos y se carga una cabeza de uno. Todo muy bien. Perfecto. Él tiene un arma especial, ¿sabes? Tiene balas explosivas, sólido. Son más potentes que el Stinger.
Damn the Patriots. You still have some use.
I've captured Snake.
Snake?
Bring him in.
Si tanta rabia tenía ella contra él, ¿por qué lo captura? Lo quería matar, ¿no? No, o sea, no me acuerdo de lo que pasaba realmente. Pero... me suena que se tuvo que dejar capturar o algo.
GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I
Están los
admit
otros.
that I underestimated you.
Ah, miráoselo de aquí. ¿Qué pasa?
Squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son.
¡Hostia! Oye, que no me da tiempo. Que no me da tiempo, tío. ¡Hijo puta! Dame usar la ración.
To hear. You know he doesn't know anything.
It's not him I want the answers from.
Ah, vale, solo una vez, vale.
What do you mean?
That's not your business.
Oh, really? It so happens I have some business of my own to attend to.
Planning to hijack Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Who talked? Ocelot?
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
What?
I was planning to give you Arsenal to begin with.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots! They were planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW, including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one, while we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Of course. That was what you wanted. I won't stop you. Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that.
Oye, ¿esos parones?
What exactly do you find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous.
Las farsas siempre me han parecido muy
I
divertidas.
wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted, a little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The S3 plan was conceived as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project.
Del el chico.
You think this little terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
Ames and the President's deaths. The ninja. The computer virus that mimics Fox Die. Did you really think they were all a coincidence?
Es que es lo que yo dije en el anterior directo. Estaba pasando exactamente lo mismo que el primero.
Ames' own nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well. As for the president, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Fox Die. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW. Your plan was invalidated even before execution, Solidus. Batman was a different story. He's one of our own people. A sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper. We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the maniac into agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake. Even rookies can fight like men of experience. An instant creation of genius. And this training kernel would provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation. Solidus, you and the boy were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound. We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago. Throwing your husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the
Vale, el padre era el que estaba en el barco. El que era como comandante o algo de eso en el...
And you opted for vengeance, just as we planned.
All orchestrated?
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake. I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project?
Exacto, el del discurso. Ah, ¿le dio? No me acordaba de esta parte. ¿Y por qué él sí le podía dar?
How could...
You're no Lady Luck. You have nothing that we didn't give you.
O sea, también orquestaron lo de que ella...
What?
Que ella no pudiera morir por dispar, pero entonces esto... Espérate, esto no me acuerdo.
Do you know why no bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your Dead Cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
No.
You were hamming it up as the tragic heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you. Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I could have died whenever I wanted to.
Tan fácil como ir a lo alto de un edificio y tirarte, ¿sabes?
Thought I got her in the heart.
Ocelot fallando un tiro.
It missed.
Now I remember. Your heart's on the right.
Tu corazón está en la parte derecha.
Waste of metal, my dear, but your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural. Only cutting-edge technology.
Joder.
Bastard.
Coño, fuerte salto se mandó.
Now that I have enough data, all I have to do is retrieve Arsenal and clean up the refuse from the exercise.
Just try.
Bah. General Kenobi.
How's this then? Damn.
Fortune!
You idiot! Get the hell away from there!
I told you, your luck's run out.
¿Qué va a usar la fuerza?
Reward. It's all the payload Ray has. Die!
Everybody down!
Todo el mundo al suelo. Snake, cállate la boca y que mueran todos. No me jodas. Es que también es Snake. Todo el mundo al suelo, dice.
What the? Impossible.
Mira, una Jedi y todo. De todas maneras, me hace que después están cayendo misiles del cielo y en vez de salir corriendo por otro lado dice, no, no, al suelo. O sea, si estás en el suelo te van a dar igualmente, ¿no? Digo yo.
She is Lady Luck.
My name is Helena Dolph Jackson, the daughter of a proud and noble soldier.
Y ya está.
I can see my family again.
Te pone a pensar, este minuto y pico sobraba, o sea... Haces como que ella dice esa frase cuando le pega el tiro y se muere y ya está. Y te ahorras esta fantasmatilla que se acaban de mandar ahora aquí de desviando y toda esta historia. Pero bueno.
Try this instead. No!
Uy. Liquid. Tiene que ser brother.
Brothers!
¿No lo viste? O sea, apareció de repente arriba. Qué fallo, tío. Brothers.
I've been waiting for this.
It can't be.
Sólido, estás un poco perdido, ¿eh?
I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken.
You were inside Ocelot?
Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was controlling him. Snake, it was I that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here.
What?
You're the only one that can free me. After all...
La voz mítica, ¿no?
I'm off to bury the Patriots for good.
You know where they are? How?
Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my host? But before I go, I have a family matter to settle with both of you. There's room for only one snake and one big boss.
Claro, un Big Boss ya hubo. Ya era uno de estos tres. Es un Snake.
Time to say goodbye.
Damn.
Like surfing, it's a good way to go.
Por fin.
Liquid, stop this thing. Hey, Snake, you coming?
¿Por qué no le llamas Solid? Es que no lo entiendo. O sea, los tres se llaman Snake. O sea, se apellidan Snake. A uno le llaman Solidus, a otro Liquid. Pero a Solid Snake, en vez de llamarlo Solid, lo llaman Snake. O sea, en el caso de Otacon, el Coronel, Raiden, lo puedo entender, que lo llaman Snake. Pero los propios hermanos, ¿por qué lo llaman Snake? Deberían llamarlo Solid, ¿no? En tal caso. No lo entiendo. Bueno, justito. Es que son flipantes, te vuelan la cabeza, son juegos que te vuelan la cabeza. Llegaron aquí ya directamente, ¿sabes?
Federal Hall.
What are you laughing at?
Do you know what day it is today?
Sí, 15 de octubre.
April 30th?
That's right. George Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today.
¿No?
And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence, the dawn of a new nation, here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule, liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship. Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation. The data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles, cloned from our father, with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out. What is our legacy if we cannot pass the torch? Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort. When the torch is passed on from parent to child, it extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well. All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that. I will triumph over the Patriots and liberate us all, and we will become the Sons of Liberty.
Hijos de Liberty. Ya está. Bueno, el coronel. Bueno, coronel. La IA del coronel.
Are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd call human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can
Vamos, como
anyone
Skynet.
eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully.
Sí, porque no son personas, son como IA.
The human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something
Sí.
that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information
De placa.
is
Ponía
inherited
tablet y
by
decía
generations.
placa.
A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right? You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context.
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their
Potítica
own
ponía, ¿no?
small-gated community.
Creo que había un fallo de traducción ahí, otro más,
They stay inside
de los innumerables que tiene el juego.
leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated. but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
Ya sabía dártelo ya.
Your own idea.
Or something Snake told you.
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap!
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best. And you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost?
Qué cabrones, ¿eh?
Try a bit of soul searching.
Y eso que es una puta inteligencia artificial, tío.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashion, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Debería.
Someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
No mereces ser libres.
One smother of the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual.
Pues algo de la comunicación digital, muchacho.
Immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed for.
Confirmado.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal sanity. The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
Un poco paranoia toda esta parte, o sea, te vuela la cabeza.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof. Right. There are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose
Esto es lo que quiero saber.
them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past.
Solo por eso, en serio.
All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Bueno, viéndolo así.
Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to.
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything.
O sea, tonto, llevan casi 10 minutos de charla aquí en el
The
Codex.
exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW was still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise. Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Sí.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack.
You have to believe me.
Damn!
It will
Pero no lo
be
pillo.
to the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
Se supone que esta vale que es una IA, pero la de verdad también estará al servicio de los patrios, digo yo, y de toda esta peña.
So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Jack, my son. My clone brothers and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents.
Pero no es el padre de él.
I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past,
Ese es Big Boss. Ese sí es Big Boss.
never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix. It's time we were both free.
Yo tengo que pelear con la espada, en serio.
I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside you.
What?
The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex, and throughout the neural network they formed. Brace yourself.
Papo sólido. Vale, a ver, porque ya no me acuerdo ni cómo se atacaba con... No me acuerdo cómo se peleaba. A ver. ¡Ay, mi madre, que me mato! Me equivoqué de botón. Me equivoqué de botón. No pasa nada, continuamos. ¡Épale! Que quiero la ración, espérate. ¡Levántate, coño! Mi madre. Oye, ¿cómo me quito lo quemado? Tío, estaba detrás. No sé cómo se ataca, tío. ¿Pero cómo se ataca? Sí, es lo mejor que puedo hacer porque no tengo ni puñetera idea de cómo es. ¡Ey! ¿Cómo? Pero... No, y encima... ¿Por qué siempre me quema, tío? Pues nada. Interesante. Vale, ya no es Octopus. ¿Me habla para decirme esto?
Yes, you are. We're nothing but mere weapons. No different from fighter jets or tanks.
What the? The old model destroyed 4 years ago was Rex.
The new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these are the same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your code name, Raiden, too, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Stop it. I'm not a weapon.
Oh,
Ya podían haber bajado aquí la voz de la música, tío.
U.S. Armed Forces used for the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It was Jack. Both of you are just weapons to be used and thrown away.
Just weapons to be used on the battlefield. Just pawns in a game. Exactly as you said.
And a weapon has no right to think for itself. Now, It's time to fulfill your purpose. Defeat Solidus.
Is that the best you can do?
Espérate, no, pues este ahora me ataca, ¿no? ¡Hostia! Se volvió loco. ¡Pero si está detrás tuyo! ¡Rubio!
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Se come todos los ataques, él nota. Se come todos los ataques, el muy gilipollas, tío. ¿Pero por qué ataca para atrás? No lo entiendo. ¿Por qué ataca tan mal? De mi madre, que se cae el solo. Dale, pero... Tío, es que no, me está desquiciando. O sea, me está desquiciando el combate. O sea, le estoy dando para allá y el otro se va para el otro lado. No lo entiendo, tío. Vaya soberana mierda. Ahora estoy detrás de él, da una patada para adelante y me da. No entiendo. Ya... Pero no nos ataca, tío. Por favor. Voy a gastar una ración sin haberle quitado ni vida. Pero ¿por qué ahora me cambió a la otra arma, tío? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué me cambió a la otra arma? Ahora le tengo que quitar toda la... Ah, vale, nada. Fue fallo mío. Que le di sin querer a cambiar el... eso. Claro, que no me di cuenta que si le das a... No, se quedó. Vale, es que le di sin querer al botón que no era y eso te lo cambia entre el arma mortal o el que duerme. Digo, joder, ahora le tengo que quitar toda la vida azul. Menos mal que no. Toma ya. Ya dejó de sangrar. Pues nada, a ver el final del juego, ¿no? No te cargues la estatua. Vale. Baja la música. Bueno, si Solido tuviera Codex le dirían Snake, porque es un Snake también. O sea, no sé, o sea, hay un rollo gigante ahí que ha destrozado parte de la ciudad y tal, y no hay ni policías ni gente, o sea... Entiendo que el juego es del 2001 y que esto es muy limitado, pero a ver. ¿Ves? Y ahora de repente tiene la placa ahí colgando. Ah, vale, ese yo digo, coño, que no hay peña.
Who am I, really? No one quite knows who or what they are. The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point. There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
Eso también, ¿verdad?
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, new memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you. By the way, what is that?
Las plaquitas. Así que.
Anyone you know?
No, never heard the name before. I'll pick my own name, and my own life. I'll find something worth passing on. They taught me some good things, too.
I know. We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it. We all have the freedom to spread the word, even me.
Snake, what about Olga's child?
Don't worry, I'll find him. Count on it.
Oh, puto temazo.
As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
Do you know where Liquid went?
I put a transmitter on his ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up, we have a better lead. This contains the list of all the Patriots.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
Toma.
What?
This virus is coded to destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriots' identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to.
Tienes que hablar con gente. Vale. Rose. Apareció ahí de repente. Hostia, el loro.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Can I ask you something? Who am I, really?
I wouldn't know. But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Oh. Yeah.
El de detrás. El de detrás mirando en plan de cómo.
See me for what I am, okay?
Ay, Dios.
I know.
¿Es verdad que está embarazada?
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now.
Hmm?
Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
Sí, bueno, pero porque te mataron a espiarlo. Pues si no. O sea, es que la mataron a espiarlo, o sea. No sé qué tiene bonito, o sea. Es lógico.
I think I found something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah. But genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
O sea, estos se pusieron una tarde a grabar ahí en el monumento a George Washington. O sea, venga, vamos a grabar aquí durante 10 minutos. Diferentes planos y lo metemos en el juego. Le metemos el filtro este, no sepia, sino así rojizo. Y venga. Nos ahorramos cinemáticas, ponemos nada más que audio y nos ahorramos más modelos en 3D. Ya está. Vale. Mei-Ling. ¿En qué momento sale Mei-Ling en el juego? Que no me acuerdo. No sé, no caigo ahora en qué momento salía Mei-Ling. Bueno, ahora aquí, mira, Hideo Kojima en historia, juego tal, en escrito por Hideo Kojima, set y tal, Hideo Kojima. Ahora saldrán 20.000 veces. Dirá, personas que está silbando de fondo, Hideo Kojima. Pero bueno. Bueno, pues terminamos Metal Gear Solid 2. Yo sabía que el directo iba, ya te digo, hora y 20. Yo sabía que no iba a durar mucho. Lo podía haber terminado el otro día, pero estaba un poco cansado. Concept Map, Hideo Kojima. O sea, es increíble lo de este hombre. Nada, está muy guapo. Juego que en su momento fue bastante rechazado por la mayoría de fans, pues se esperaba un Metal Gear Solid 2 con un Snake mucho más protagonista, y lo de Raiden sorprendió, ¿no? Pero en líneas generales el juego está muy guapo, aunque sea muy similar al 1 en algunos aspectos, ¿no? En alguna escena post-créditos, pues no me acuerdo si salía en la escena post-créditos, pero bueno, sería un mini spoiler entonces lo que te meten ahí. A lo mejor es que en algún momento hicieron algún hincapié del primer juego y se mezcló una voz, la verdad que no me acuerdo, pero bueno. Vale, el siguiente que quiero jugar, pero no va a ser pronto. El siguiente que voy a jugar de la saga Metal Gear va a ser el 4, para continuar, como dije el otro día, la historia de Solid Snake. Continuar con el Metal Gear Solid 4 para Play 3. Y ya después le daremos al 3, al Peace Walker a lo mejor. O a lo mejor directamente hacemos el 3 y pasamos al 5. Ya lo iré viendo, pero sí que quiero darle al al Metal Gear Solid 4, porque es la continuación directa del 2. Y sobre todo que es el que cierra la saga, ¿no? Realmente, aunque después hayan salido juegos, es el juego que cierra cronológicamente la saga. Bueno, no, mentira. Cierra cronológicamente la saga por parte de Snake, porque el Metal Gear Rising Revengeance ese, que es el de Raiden, ese va después del Metal Gear Solid 4. Y ese sí que cerraría la saga. El Peace Walker es después del Metal Gear... Sí, va justo después del 3, es secuela. Y nada, pues... le daremos, pero lo que yo digo, con el tema de no tener el splitter, no me quiero arriesgar a volver a pasar a como pase con esto, porque ya directamente este lo estoy salvando, porque se están jugando en la Xbox y tengo el tema de capturar la aplicación de Microsoft de la Xbox, me captura por streaming lo que yo estoy jugando en la Xbox, como es el caso de estos HD Collection del Metal Gear Solid 2. El problema del 3 es que es puramente en Play 3, valga la redundancia, el Metal Gear Solid 4 que diga es puramente de Play 3 y el splitter se me corta, o sea, cada cierto tiempo se me corta la imagen, vuelve al rato y es como que son unos 10 segundos que están ahí sin señal y no es cuestión de hacer un directo ni mucho después subirlo a YouTube. Entonces hasta que no me lleguen los nuevos splitters, o mira a ver qué puedo hacer con la capturadora para que no me pase a lo mejor directamente por splitter y ahorrarme el splitter, hasta entonces no creo que lo toque. Así que estos días vamos a intentar tocar juegos de Xbox, PC, a lo mejor por ahí. Pero en principio sería eso, ¿vale? O sea, en principio va a ser eso. Estoy haciendo simplemente tiempo para el tema de la escena postcrédito, que sí que hay una, pero no me recuerdo ahora cuál era. Pero bueno, le daremos al Metal Gear Solid 4 la próxima vez. El próximo juego no sé cuál podemos subir o cuál podemos streamear. Ya miraré a ver cuáles tengo por ahí en la biblioteca de la Xbox, o los que estén en el Game Pass mismo, los que tengan en el PC. A lo mejor nos podemos animar con los del Señor de los Anillos de la Guerra del Norte o Conquista, que eso nunca lo he jugado. Y a lo mejor puede ser una opción posterior. Pero bueno, en cuanto al día de Todos los Santos, o sea, no la noche de Halloween, sino el día siguiente, que es el día festivo, ese día mi idea es jugar a Resident Evil. El primero todo. Obviamente la versión HD, la última que salió, que se juega de maravilla y se ve de lujo. Pero ese va a ser el que vamos a jugar ese día de especial Halloween, por así decirlo. Lo que pasa es que no va a ser en la noche, porque el mismo día de Halloween voy a un escape room por televisión. Así que ese mismo día no lo vamos a jugar. A lo mejor incluso por la noche me animo si no es muy tarde, pero yo creo que llegaría tarde. Pero bueno, a lo mejor podríamos hacer eso, empezar por la noche, después descansar un poco y después a lo largo del día pues terminarlo, ¿no? Pero mi idea es eso, que por lo menos para Halloween pues darle al... He estado dudando entre el Resident Evil o el Silent Hill 2, que los tengo para... El Resident Evil lo tengo para PC, y el Silent Hill 2 que lo tengo en la Xbox, la versión HD. Pero al final me he decantado por Resident Evil. Ahí está, Resident Evil. Y le vamos a dar a eso. También tengo pendiente hablar con Alain, porque queremos mirar si a lo largo de la próxima semana o algún día de esto o el fin de semana le podemos dar caña a algún multijugador, sobre todo el Battlefront, que lo tenemos hiper pendiente, pero hiper pendiente. Entonces pues también estoy ahí a la espera de ver si podemos planear algunas cosillas para ir variando y que no sea simplemente series todo el rato de juegos, sino también pues algún streaming que no se vaya a subir a YouTube, sino que simplemente sea por aquí. También tengo pensado hacer algunas charlas, a lo mejor retomar a lo mejor las friki charlas en la séptima claqueta. Pero también el tema de hacer a lo mejor algún streaming aquí de, yo que sé, por ejemplo, de unos tier lists, a lo mejor hacer aquí varios tier lists alguna tarde, algún día por la mañana o cualquier cosita de estas para ir variando un poco de contenido y no jugar solamente a series enteras, porque también el tema de jugar series enteras es un poco... dedicarle bastante. Si son como estos que son 3-4 directos, va bien, pero como sean como el Guardianes de la Galaxia o cualquier de estos, o como el Lego Star Wars, que ya eran sus 6 o 7 directos mínimo, eso ya, quieras o no, te desgasta un poco mentalmente. Pero bueno, la idea va a ser eso. No sé cuánto le quedan los créditos. Es que no me arriesgo a quitarlo por si se quita la escena post créditos, pero bueno, yo creo que ya estará acabando, ¿no? Otra vez se mete de productor, tío, que ya sé que eres tú. O sea, se lo pone al principio de los créditos y al final se vuelve a poner lo de que es productor. Y seguro que va a decir dirigido o director del juego, de tal. Lo de este hombre, de mayor quiero ser como él. Vale, escena post créditos, ¿no? Bueno, o conversación post créditos, creo que es conversación. Si mal no recuerdo había una. Claro, Metal Gear Solid igual Kojima. O era solo en el 1.
Life isn't just about passing on your genes. We can leave behind much more than just DNA. Through speech, music, literature, and movies, what we've seen, heard, felt, anger, joy, and sorrow. These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for.
¿Y ya está?
We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with. The human race will probably come to an end sometime, and new species may rule over this planet. Earth may not be forever, but we still have the responsibility to leave what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
O sea, un alegato a la vida es lo que era el final del juego. No recordaba que fuera el final así, pero bueno, da igual.
Snake, you there? It's me. I've finished going over that disc.
Did you find the Patriots list?
Of course. It contains the personal data of 12
Sí, los 12 nombres de los que forman parte de los Patriots.
Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors.
What's going on around here?
I don't know.
Anyway, where are they?
Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but...
But what?
They're already dead. All 12 of them.
When did it happen?
Well, about 100 years ago.
What the hell?
Pero qué coño, eso en verdad es pero qué coño, no me acordaba yo de esto, no me acordaba. Maté a 53. ¿Tanto? Me resulta demasiado. Bueno, 10 horas 28 minutos en total. No me acordaba yo de... ¿Esto qué es? Codename Jaguar. Vale, la cámara ya la podía usar, ¿no? La cámara me la dan. O sea, lo veo una bobería, pero bueno. Yo creo que salvo que digan algo más aquí, pero yo creo que esto ya es el inicio del juego, ¿no? O sea, ahí está. Pues nada, hasta aquí el final de Metal Gear Solid 2. Espero que lo hayan disfrutado, espero que le den bastantes me gustas en YouTube. Y nada, Ruf, gracias por estar y acompañarme en esta historia. Veremos con qué juego continuamos ya la próxima vez. Pero vuelvo a insistir, el próximo juego de la saga Metal Gear que va a venir va a ser el Metal Gear Solid 4. Así que nada, lo dejamos por aquí. Ruf, un abrazo y nos vemos, gente. Adiós.